It's the 150th anniversary of the Battle of Bull Run, and many news organizations, papers, TV stations are doing commemorations on each event that happened 150 years ago, so we'll get them for the next 4 years. Today, the Washington Post published a letter from a major in the Union Army who wrote a letter to his wife that was to be given to her or sent to her in the event that he died in battle. Major Sullivan Ballou was from Rhode Island, and he was getting ready to move out to battle and to fight in what would be the Battle of Bull Run. And this letter, which Ken Burns, the documentarian who included it 20 years ago when he did the documentary of the Civil War, says it's basically the most beautiful letter ever written. And it was, again, published today in the Washington Post. And I wanted to see if I could read it and get all the way through, because it is sublime. It is poetry. It is a testament to his patriotism, to his sense of duty, but more than anything, it is a love letter. So here it is, a letter written by Major Sullivan Ballou to his wife. July 4th, 1861, Camp Clark, Washington. My dear Sarah, the indications are very strong that we shall move in a few days, perhaps tomorrow. Lest I should not be able to write you again, I feel impelled to write lines that may fall under your eye when I shall be no more. Our movement may be one of a few days' duration and full of pleasure, and it may be one of severe conflict and death to me. Not my will, but thine, O God, be done. If it is necessary that I should fall on the battlefield for my country, I am ready. I have no misgivings about or lack of confidence in the cause in which I am engaged, and my courage does not halt or falter. I know how strongly American civilization now leans upon the triumph of the government, and how great a debt we owe to those who went before us through the blood and suffering of the Revolution. And I am willing, perfectly willing, to lay down all my joys in this life to help maintain this government and to pay that debt. But, my dear wife, when I know that with my own joys I lay down nearly all of yours and replace them in this life with cares and sorrows, when, after having eaten for long years the bitter fruits of orphanage myself, I must offer it as their only sustenance to my dear little children? Is it weak or dishonorable, while the banner of my purpose floats calmly and proudly in the breeze, that my unbounded love for you, my darling wife and children, should struggle in fierce though useless contest with my love of country? I cannot describe to you my feelings on this calm summer night when 2,000 men are sleeping around me, many of them enjoying the last, perhaps, before that of death, and I, suspicious that death is creeping behind me with his fatal dart, am communing with God, my country, and thee. I have sought most closely and diligently and often in my breast for a wrong motive in thus hazarding the happiness of those I loved, and I could not find one. A pure love of my country and of the principles I've often advocated before the people and the name of honor that I love more than I fear death have called upon me, and I have obeyed. Sarah, my love for you is deathless. It seems to bind me to you with mighty cables that nothing but omnipotence could break. And yet my love of country comes over me like a strong wind and bears me irresistibly on with all those chains to the battlefield. The memories of all the blissful moments I've enjoyed with you come creeping over me, and I feel most grateful to God and to you that I've enjoyed them so long. And how hard it is for me to give them up and burn to ashes the hopes of the future years when, God willing, we might still have lived and loved together and seen our sons grow up to honorable manhood around us. I have, I know, but few and small claims upon divine providence. But something whispers to me, perhaps it is the wafted prayer of my little Edgar, that I shall return to my loved ones unharmed. If I do not, my dear Sarah, never forget how much I love you. And as my last breath escapes me on that battlefield, it will whisper your name. Forgive my many faults and the many pains I've caused you, how thoughtless and foolish I've oftentimes been. How gladly would I wash out with my tears every little spot upon your happiness and struggle with all the misfortune of this world to shield you and your children from harm. But I cannot. I must watch you from the spirit land, and hover near you, while you buffet the storm with your precious little freight, and wait with sad patience till we meet to part no more. But, oh, Sarah, if the dead can come back to this earth and flit unseen around those they loved, I shall always be near you, in the garish day and in the darkest nights, amidst your happiest scenes and gloomiest hours, always, always. And if there be a soft breeze upon your cheek, it shall be my breath. Or the cool air fans your throbbing temple, it shall be my spirit passing by. Sarah, do not mourn me dead. Think I'm gone, and wait for thee, for we shall meet again. As for my little boys, they will grow as I have done, and never know a father's love and care. Little Willie is too young to remember me long, and my blue-eyed Edgar will keep my frolics with him among the dimmest memories of his childhood. Sarah, I have unlimited confidence in your maternal care and your development of their characters, and feel that God will bless you in your holy work. Tell my two mothers, his and hers, I call child's blessing upon them. I call God's blessing upon them. O Sarah, I wait for you there. Come to me and lead thither my children. Sullivan. Sullivan Ballou did not survive the Battle of Bull Run, and his Sarah never remarried. She died at age 80 in 1917. And on this, the 150th anniversary of that battle, soon to have been finished, I thought it was appropriate that we should read that. It's a man committed to his country and to his beloved wife and children.